All right, everyone. Here we are with ticker symbol SRNE, Sorrento Therapeutics Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I want to state some things. And the first thing is, if you learned something new, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. And I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. I hope you guys find this worthwhile and a learning and great experience. I hope you guys find it helpful. And if you do find it helpful, worthwhile, and a great experience, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notified on my daily videos. So let's jump into this chart. The first thing is SRNE slightly recovered from falling, came up, broke through resistance, and throughout the day, yesterday it started to fall, and it slightly picked back up to level off at the beginning of today and the ending of yesterday. And here we are showing how the bears dominated this one and brought it down. But this level off here is slightly showing how exhausted the bears are, or how they're not really trying that hard because the bulls are exhausted. And you can see clearly the bears tore it down significantly. Bulls try to reappear and they could barely even bring this one back up. That is a sign of the bears having some domination over this, or volume just was low. I'd put it that way. It was lower than usual, and it didn't make a big significance, the buying and selling that happened here. But you can clearly see how the bulls are here more times than the bears, and they still weren't able to do a recovery. So that just goes to show how the bears are dominating this right now, keeping it below the 50-day moving average. Let's go ahead and move these support levels and resistance levels to their new areas. And this one has ended up having a resistance level that is below the 50-day moving average. And that right there is significant right now, because even though they break through resistance, resistance is great, but the bulls don't have any leverage on this stock until they break through the 50-day moving average. And the 50-day moving average is actually 1279. Until the bulls break through 1279, they have not reached bullish territory. Once they cross it, they will be in bullish territory, but they need to use it as support and break through newer highs. So I'd write that down. 1279 is significant. All right. Another thing too. Here we are with our resistance level. This is the highest point of the stock throughout the day when this recovery happened, and it got rejected from there and it hung out slightly below it. It closed out at 1238, and the resistance level, the first one the bulls are going to have to break through, is 1258. If the bulls can break through 1258 and use it as support, they're on their way closer to getting to 1279 and then breaking through newer levels of resistance and newer highs back into bullish territory. On the flip side of things, the support level is 1170. And if you guys want to zoom in a little bit deeper into what's going on here before 1170, I'd say 1215 is the support level. That's the lowest level throughout this whole entire leveling off here. That's the lowest level of this stock reaching. And from that point forward, you can have a sense of knowing how much lower could it be going, and is it on its way towards 1170. So I'd pay close attention to that lowest point, but that point is not the true support level. That's just a more zoomed in support level that you can probably just kind of use as reference. If that falls below it, or if it kind of bounces back from that point, then it kind of gives you an idea that it won't be on its way to 1170 if it shows that in the charts throughout the day on Monday. But that's just a little point of reference. But 1170 is on the flip side of things. So if the bears start to creep down and bring this one to newer lows, and they break through 1170, and the bulls aren't able to use the 1170 as support, which is the lowest point in the whole entire day, especially in this bearish run. Um, and it breaks through it and they can't use it as support. Now the bears have gained the upper hand and they are definitely dominating this. Even if the bulls reappear, they're going to have to come in significantly hefty and strong to bring this one back up. And what the bears have done is pull it further away from the 50-day moving average, further away from the opening price, broke through 1170, and now it's hitting newer lows and they're on their way to hit lower support levels. So I'd pay very close attention to the stock on how it reacts if support is broken through. And we're going to have to see how this one plays out. The bears are definitely dominating this one and keeping it below the 50-day moving average. That's what they've been doing since this point here back on the 11th, and at around 1665 it started falling, and the bears have just kept it below the 50-day moving average, and that's what they want to do. I know that the Hindenburg uh, information has a lot to do with this and other things, but right now, based off the charts, no news, the charts are showing that the bears have dominated this, and they're going to continue to as long as they keep it below the 50-day moving average. And if they bring it to newer lows and pull it away from the 50-day moving average, that's just showing how much more control they're gaining. So the bulls are going to have to come in strong. This is a level off here that shows that the bulls are being pretty weak. There's not enough buying going on. There's a lot more selling than buying. And that tells you a lot about what's going on here. So we'll have to see how this one plays out on Monday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.